Hi, hello, how are you? And welcome back to another speed build. I feel like I haven't talked to you people in like a million years, but it's only been a few days. But then again, I was also making videos every day for a month. Can't believe Sims Miss is over. I feel like I'm in withdrawal, but also like dying of exhaustion. I don't know. But this build, there's a lot going on. Oh my goodness. So one, big build. Thumbs up if you're glad big builds are back. Oh my gosh, I spent 4 hours building this house, and I think my brain is officially turned to mush from looking at The Sims for too long. But we're still here. One of the things that just right away I want to point out before I forget about it is this house was originally going to have a garage type area, which I don't usually do in The Sims. And when I originally went to build this house, I was like, do I really want to do this? And then eventually I do get rid of it, like boom, gone right there. Because I was just going to turn it into a storage area with a lot of clutter, and I couldn't think of a good way to justify that taking up all that space on the lot, and so I just didn't. Plus, getting rid of the garage allowed me to add an extra bedroom to this house, which I think is snazzy, because it was originally going to be, I think, a 4-bedroom house plus an office, and I think now it's a 5-bedroom house plus an office. I don't know. There's a lot of rooms in this house. That's all you need to know. And you'll see them all. Another thing, this house is, it's kind of a little bit of what I was talking about maybe doing, where I would incorporate the room builds I've done into a full speed build of a house. I adapted three of my previous room builds in this house in some way, shape, or form, but none of them are exactly the same. The ones that I used are the neutral nursery, pretty in pink, and then I think it's I used modern Merc, but modern Merc gets a complete makeover, and it's really bright because I think that's the one room, no one's getting married, the one room I imagined as a guest room, and it ends up pretty peppy. But I'm way ahead of the video at this point, so let's get back to where we are in the speed part of this speed build. This floor plan was so hard to figure out, and even worse is you'll see when maybe I've already done the roofing at this point, but oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm a fan of the roofing on this build. It's funny, I was building this and I just started to feel like, I was like, yeah, I've got roofing down, I'm a roofing master, everybody watch out and get on my level. And then I just made this house. I built this house and I was like, I suck at roofing. So I'm back to I suck at roofing because, oh my God, I'm not a fan. But it's okay. I think it's mostly, it might not even be that the roofing's bad. It might just be that I have a specific view for how I like roofing or what I think looks awkward in roofing. And then maybe I'll look at this house later and be like, hey, look at that. That's pretty snazzy. I don't know. We'll see. The kitchen I was also worried about when I started building it because it's so big and it's long, and I was pretty sure it was going to turn out looking like garbage. But I actually really like this kitchen. It's really big, but I think it's also really functional because I was afraid that I was going to have a ton of empty counter space. And I don't think I ended up having any by the time I added in the microwave and the coffee pot, and then I have some clutter in there too. So I think it looks cool. And then there's a big dining room. Okay, let's see. What are all the rooms in this house? Kitchen, obviously. There's a gigantic living room that's actually split into 2 different types of seating areas. There is the master bedroom, which has 2 walk-in closets and a huge bathroom suite. There's a nursery bedroom. There's a playroom / office. There's a guest bedroom and 2 more bedrooms, and a Jack and Jill bathroom, and then the backyard's not a bedroom, or not a room. Obviously, it's not a bedroom. No one's sleeping in the backyard here. So yeah, big house, lots going on. I used a lot of parenthood stuff in this build. Not as much cats and dog stuff, guys. Can you believe it? Actually, I don't know if there's any cats and dog stuff in this build. Oh, wait, I did put out treat jar because when I initially started, because I started with the kitchen, I was thinking about incorporating some cats and dog stuff, and then I guess I just forgot because this build was very big, and every time I completed a room, I'd like zoom out and go, oh no, I I forgot how much I had to do. I get to the far side of the house, and where there are the two bedrooms connected to the Jack and Jill bathroom, and I finished one. I zoomed out and I was like, oh no, I have 3 rooms left, and I thought I had 2, and it was awful, because at that point I think I was already 2 hours and 45 minutes in. I don't know. A long freaking time. That's all I can say. There are, you might notice, a few blank walls in this build, and by blank I mean they're painted, obviously, but there's not any wall art or anything really obstructing them, and that's because I pictured this being a really big family home. It's not just a big house. This isn't it's not like the landscape luxury build where it's a huge house, but it's very modern and you feel like maybe not so many Sims live in it, even though it's huge. That one's kind of huge for its own sake. This one is, I think, functionally huge. So the walls that I left blank, I kind of imagine them being gallery walls where you have portraits of actual Sims on them. But obviously I haven't played in this build, so I didn't have any Sims portraits. And after 4 hours of building it, I didn't want to take the time to play and get portraits of Sims. So that's what should go there if you need ideas. The living room, I was worried about at first because I wanted it to be really big. But then I was like, this is too big for the seating arrangement I had planned. And then I decided, because normally when I make builds, I make them, as you probably know if you've been watching any of my other stuff, I make them so that you can adapt them to whatever your sim, like your particular family or household or whatever you're doing, can use the build no matter what. And so I don't usually do anything with the kids stuff. I don't usually make kids rooms. I don't usually make nurseries or anything like that. And this one I wanted to incorporate that so it really showed there was a family house and not just a house with a bunch of bedrooms. So the living room is split into kind of a conversation / TV area with the couches and stuff. And then behind that is another area that there isn't a lot of seating there. There's one chair, and I think I end up putting a couple of poofs over there. But it's like a play area. And oh my gosh, one of the things that you'll notice throughout this house is that I use that, I can't think of what the pattern's called, but the pattern that's on the rugs in the living room. I end up using, 1, that particular rug, and 2, that pattern a lot. And then I just imagined that whoever decorated this house went to like a rug store that had like rugs on sale, like 2 for 1 or something. And she was like, oh, I have to buy them all. And so she did. And so that's my excuse for using all of that. But, what I just did was I adapted the neutral nursery. The room right there, when I just added it, is really big. And originally I was justifying that by whenever you aged up, if you had a baby in the nursery or if you didn't change it into something else, when you aged it up, you'd need space to add toddler things and then later kid things and then teenager things, as they grow up, as people do. But then I felt like that whole side of the house was too big, like the nursery, the master bedroom and bathroom and closets. And so I end up bringing that whole side in. And so the nursery actually ends up fitting a lot better. So don't worry about that. The walk-in closets I added to the master bedroom are actually weird for me because I don't normally do that because they don't really serve a purpose in The Sims. Because all they can do with the furniture or with the wall hangings of clothes and things is just view it. So what does that do for you other than take up space? But I don't know. I just wanted to play with some different things. And I got rid of my garage, so I kept my walk-in closets. There are also a lot of actual closets in this house. The later when I get to the other side of the house and I add the pretty and pink room build, I actually ended up accidentally putting 2 closets in the room, but by the time I did it, I was already really committed and really liked the overall shape of the house. So there's one sectioned off spot that's it was meant to be a closet, and then I had too many closets, and so I just left that empty space. So if you need more space, I think there's like 6 squares in there or whatever we're calling it, 6 spaces, but I think that's the only like hidden. I didn't do any little outcroppings or anything that take up hidden space. I really like the dining room. The dining room, I just feel like, is perfect for 8 Sims to eat in, obviously. I mean, what else are you going to do in there? And then the master bathroom, I don't know. I wanted it to feel really luxurious, but at the same time, I just didn't really know what I wanted from it, if that makes any sense. So I ended up putting this big space for this huge bathtub. Well, it's not a huge bathtub because all the bathtub except for the jacuzzi in The Sims are pretty much the same size. But I imagine, like, you see those pictures in magazines where they have the big kind of like it's kind of almost shapeless porcelain minimalist-ish bathtub, and it's just like in the middle of the floor. I was kind of going for that, but on the side of the bathroom. So you have the bathtub, and then I put a shower in there as well. I don't know how I feel about it. How do you feel about it? Tell me that, because that's what I really want to know. The entryway is one of those spaces that has the blank wall. Not here where I'm putting the chairs, but the other wall they're facing is blank. And that is for pictures if you feel like you want to put your Sims pictures in there. The bathroom, I know this bathroom is a weird shape, but I really like it. I don't know. It's Jack and Jill, which I don't normally do, and it's a freaking funky shape because of the closets, but I love it a lot. I don't know. It's weird, but it's good. It's good weird. Here is where the pretty in pink comes in. What I kind of imagined with like the whole, I don't know, landscape story, whatever, how do you want to say it, of this house, I have the pretty in pink room, which is it's fairly feminine. I mean, I don't know. And it's kind of soft and laid back. It's kind of a calm room, I guess. And then this room is more masculine, and it's a gamer's room. So I kind of pictured it as a kid or a teenager's room, but I mean, it could be whoever's room. But it's definitely set up. It has a computer. It has a gaming console. It's the only bedroom that has a TV. It's actually the only room in the entire house besides the living room that has a TV. So there's that. It's the gamer's room. And then the other room I set up kind of as a guest room, but it's also kind of another soft, airy, calm room. The master bedroom is kind of dark, but I don't know. I like those tones in the master bedroom. It made it feel, I don't know. There's just like, it has a feeling, but I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, the neutral nursery is bright and pretty and peppy, and I really like that. And then the office and playroom, which the video has, this right now is, well, I guess it happened just really fast in the video, but the modern Merc is the guest bedroom. It turns into, like, from something dark and very modern into the airy guest bedroom. And who knew it could transform like that? So if you ever see one of my rooms, you're like, that doesn't quite work. Did you just see that transformation? Perfection. You can do whatever you want with them. And then the playroom / office, which just happened. I really like that, because originally it was going to be just a big office, and it turned into the playroom area as well, because I realized I didn't have the dollhouse specifically anywhere else in the house, and I really wanted one in there, so I threw that in there, and I ended up turning a whole half of the room into a playroom. And then there's like the normal office setup with like computer and the bookshelves on either side. There's also a closet in that room. Basically, this house has a lot of storage, which your Sims don't really need, because I mean, you can't actually put like your My Sims trophies in the closets, but I mean, if you imagine storage, boom, that's a use for the walk-in closets. Actually, I mean, you could get rid of or raise or lower or whatever you want to do the wall decorations of the actual hanging clothes and put your collections in there. Boom. What do you know? See, they have a use. I did a lot less landscaping on this build than I thought I was going to, but there is a pool, which is cool, and there's monkey bars. But I don't know. I kind of like it. I mean, I do really like it. I really want to play in it, but I never play with a household this big. But I definitely see places where I want to try a build similar to this in the future and do things differently. But anyway, the screenshots are about to roll through, so I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!